2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Bull out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Thomas. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Fontecchio in at the 3, the small forward. And for Chicago, we've got Durant. Smart is out there with George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. When you talk about rebounding the basketball, Greg, both of these teams demonstrate an edge in this department.
Yeah, both teams pound the boards. It's clear these coaching staffs push for their guys to attack the glass. So this one's going to be physical.
Now here's McCollum. Right wing. And that one's good. Fontecchio. Fontecchio's got the first points up on the board here for the Mavs. Smart on the wing. It's rebounded by Dallas. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Leaving points at the free throw line can take the edge off of a team. You're playing physical, you're playing hard, and it's just not paying off.
Entering the league as a defensive stopper and a hustle guy, Greg, Marcus Smart has really rounded out his game.
And Kevin, he's put in the work. Retooled his shooting mechanics, playmaking style, but what's been most consistent, he still steps up in the biggest moments on both sides of the ball.
First one falls for him.
This is surely a spot that Marcus Smart has shown signs of being really good. He has definitely improved from the moment that he came into the league until now.
Now, here's Thomas. They had a 24-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. And the basket by McCollum.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Here's George. His last outing, he had 24 points.
That last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Now here's McCollum. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Here's Smart. The Mavericks making the shot. Pass to Zubac. Outside, George. Another three for Chicago.
And what a smooth three-point shot. George has worked hard to develop that stroke.
Pass to Fontecchio. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside, George. And there's the pass to Smart. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Zubac.
Just an easy play for Smart. Sometimes a game is simple. You see open man, you pass the ball to open man scores.
Now, here's Bull. Thomas passes to Bull. And a miss there on the triple. And so George will bring it up for Chicago. 3-point lead. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
McCollum with the bounce pass. Passes to Bull. It's Thomas on the wing. Over George. Dallas, no good that time either. Chicago with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. KD with the bucket.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Puts it up from 17. Again, Chicago.
Oh,
This is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Last time they met was in Dallas.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Tough to keep the consistency from deep, but they did it last time.
Chance now to take a look at some numbers for Victor Wembanyama. Mavericks trail by 9. McCollum right side. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And crafty move by McCollum there, making sure he initiates the contact before letting the shot go.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. All right, we hear a lot about the length of a season, Richard, and how those factor into the injuries these players go through. So can you share any tricks of staying healthy for a full schedule?
Yeah, I managed to do it a few times, and that was before they had all this fancy new age technology and science. But yoga was big for my health and longevity.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Pass to Gobert. Over Wembanyama. Good defense by Wembanyama. Mavericks trail by 7. Here's Thomas. Bull the pass to Fontecchio. 5 on the clock. The dish to McCollum. Second shot opportunity. And he sinks the layup.
C.J.
McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Pass to George. Zubac's with it. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and it creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Chicago making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. Williams, he's checked in for Dallas. Alex Caruso comes in for Thomas. And that one drops.
And we talk often about Wembanyama's insane lift. There, we see it on the offensive glass.
And George kicks to Simmons. Smart deciding where to go with it. Simmons trying to get open. And Bull sends it back to the right side. Caruso, the pass to Wembanyama. Good. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the first. Outside, Smart. Back to Simmons. And again, Chicago turns it over.
Dallas ball.
Let's take a look at the teams that have done a great job of converting turnovers into points since the All-Star break. The Mavericks fourth.
And since the break, we've seen them ambush their opponents with that attacking brand of defense. And boy, have they reaped the rewards offensively.
Now here's Williams. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Caruso against George. Caruso, the pass to Bull. Missed inside. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Now the pass to Caruso. And the rejection by Zubac.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
And they're able to recover. And he recovers it. Here's Simmons.
And the wingspan of Wembanyama, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots.
The shot by George, wide open. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubac has got his second basket of the night.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. When the opening is he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Chicago. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. Welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Bulls leading by 3. On the court for Dallas here in the second. McCollum is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Bol. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Fontecchio in at the 3 spot. Now here is George. Just 5 on the clock. Yep, it counts. Simmons got his first basket of the night.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
Fontecchio passes to Wembanyama. Caruso against George. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Bol. And the rejection by Zubac.
The team has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Smart dish by Durant, giving it away to a guy with a quality look.
Richard, it's absolutely amazing what Durant can do on the floor on a consistent basis.
He's got the height and the size to play inside, the skill to run the offense. He's just a freak out there.
Now, here's Bol. Nothing on the board. And that one's good, Caruso.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Bounce pass from Smart. And Greg, when things go crazy, coaches are often the first to go. But how often does that improve things?
Sometimes it goes the opposite direction, Kevin. But the simple fact is it's usually easier to change the coach than it is to turn over the roster.
That free throw missing. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Chicago. And he's good on the second. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 6-point game. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Fontecchio coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Misses the 3.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George is one of the game's premier two-way wings. He says, I believe in my talent and what I can do, but I feel my job is to make everybody better. That's what I try to do when I'm on the floor. Just make the game easy for everybody. Whether it's creating or just being aggressive and making reads off of that. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, David lets the game come to him. Well said by him. Thank you.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And here's Smart. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Tipped away. George against Caruso. And it's McCollum in the corner. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. Outside Durant. And George now top of the key. Here's Zubac. And Bull sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
To the left side wing. Fontecchio. His three-pointers off the mark. So the Bulls, their last game, a win against the Nuggets in Ball Arena. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by KD. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from McCollum.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Left side Durant. And Gobert kicks to Smart. Shot clock at 5. Over Wembanyama. And yep, Miley Fox after rolling around the rim. And the Bulls lead by 4. McCollum outside. It's good from long range. McCollum's got 7 now in this quarter.
2 minutes.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Pass to George. Doesn't go that time.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Now here's Smart. Passes it to Zubac. From deep, George gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 11 points.
Quick decision right there from George, not giving the D any time to react.
McCollum dishes the ball. Pass to Fontecchio. Now Caruso. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
3 points.
He's got 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Durant. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
For Alex Caruso, the advanced numbers say he is one of the best defenders in the league.
The eye test backs that up. Caruso just sticks to guys, performs very well against the best guards in the game, is tremendous at anticipating sets. It shows his basketball IQ.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And it's tied up with that one. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the Bulls. Bay comes in for Ivica Zubac. The Mavericks also with a sub. Williams has checked in. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. The Bulls have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Now, Bay, he's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Inside, and it's Durant, that time on the assist from Smart. KD's got 6.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, Durant is a problem inside. Got to push him out a little further than that.
Offensive rebound. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
Maverick substitution, Cameron Thomas. Jalen Noel.
Outside, George. Over Thomas. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Bulls up 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Billy. I heard you tell the guys to take it to them and play with more physicality offensively. What did you mean?
Well, I think when we're getting the ball inside around the basket, at times we got to go up a little bit stronger and play through the contact and go to the rim.
Tough sledding in there, but you got to get there. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, your thoughts on how the Bulls are playing?
They put a big effort in the rebounding battle, working to corral every miss. That's the hustle you love to see. If they can maintain this approach, it'll give them the edge in other areas of the game.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Well, they need to turn the heat up on D. Too often we saw them back on their heels, not dictating the pace. They allowed a shooting percentage in the high 50s. Remind me of my free throw percentage in the high 50s.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. They've got Paul George. Gobert is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Durant, and it's Smart in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And it's Fontecchio missing. Fires from 14, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Look, and if you're the defense, you have to honor Marcus Smart's mid-range, Jay, or else that's exactly what's going to happen.
Wembanyama passes to Bull. Here's McCollum. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Second personal foul. Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher. And the coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
Free throws off from McCollum.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Wembanyama down low. Guarded by Smart. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls.
Some timeouts you just know you're going to get yelled at. And with these turnovers, I'm going to tell you it's not going to be a very pleasant timeout.
For the one and only Chicago Bulls.
take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Alex Caruso.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
Now here's Durant. He's got 6. George up top over Thomas, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And we know George can score from all 3 levels, which is why he's capable of catching fire.
McCollum against Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Sure. It's hauled in by Thomas.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
That's how you play it. Does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Zubats in the post. Here's the 3, and Bull pulls it down. Bull's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Out of bounds, it'll be the Bulls' ball. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at Chicago, they're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
And he gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 6. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, the Mavericks' all-time great Dirk Nowitzki this summer was enshrined in the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame and received a huge statue outside the Mavericks arena. The iconic one-legged fadeaway immortalized in bronze. Inscribed on the base, loyalty never fades away. 21 letters, one for each of his 21 seasons playing in Dallas. Kevin?
Isn't that something? Great stuff, D.A. Thank you. And here's McCollum after Paul George getting his 3 to go. McCollum passes to Wembanyama. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
For 3.
McCollum's got 3 assists tonight. Chicago calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
It's time for T-shirts.
So for the Bulls, Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Bay comes in for Ivica Zubats. And it's Naismith in for Durant. Now here's Smart. He's got 6. To the paint. Here's Bay. And Bay throws it down.
The vision for Simmons, picking out the right pass at the right time.
They grab their own miss. Bucket is good. And that's 15 points for Victor Wembanyama.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Out to the wing. Now, here's Naismith. D right on him. Bay, no good. Mavericks trailed by 3. Wembanyama with it. George picks him up, and it's good. 2 points.
And this is why many are excited about Wembanyama's future. Such a unique, versatile player and scorer.
Here's George. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
The kick out to Williams. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Bulls leading by 3. Here's Simmons. Bay trying to free himself up. And he's able to get it back. To the middle. Here's Noel. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Assisted by.
How about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
George dishes to Smart. Out to the right wing with the shot. Naismith can't get it to go.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
The Mavericks have gone 4 for 5 from the cherry stripe in this one up to now. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Chicago has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Smart passes to Neesmith. George against Thomas. A nice shot by George. George has got 12 points here in the second half.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Noel with the ball. 4 seconds left. No good there.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Bulls lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from United Center. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Jalen Noel. He's out there with Alex Caruso. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Williams. And it's Vezenkov in at the 4.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Durant kicks to Simmons. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Yep, that one goes. And the Bulls lead by 3.
This demonstrates leadership. Durant knows his teammates look for him to score and score often.
George looking over the floor. And they double up Simmons from deep. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Simmons. George has got 15 points here in the second half. And an important part of every team's game, we'll look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And also, guys, they've been showing you how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, they just jump up.
Ball, he's checked in for Dallas. McCollum comes in for Noel. Outside Williams. Shoots over KD. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now, here is George. Banked in off the glass. George has got 30 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And the Mavericks call time here. Paul George really making a difference here.
He'll just keep hurting them from the three-point land if they let him. Here's a chance for Coach to change that.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
All right, thank you, David. KD can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 8. There's Williams, and it's sent back by KD.
We've seen Durant really improve as a defender, using his impressive length to block shots.
From deep, George, and the Bulls, another 3.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Here's McCollum. It's sent back down by Simmons. KD on the wing. And Ball sends it back to the inside. Here's Wembanyama. Hits the jump hook. 19 points for Victor Wembanyama.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Shoots. Here's Zubac. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Zubac has got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls. McCollum dishes the ball. Pass to Caruso. McCollum outside. 6 to shoot. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Oh, the lob for Simmons.
A sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Mavericks trailed by 11. And the Mavericks call time here. Present our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Down low. And KD the bucket on the assist from Smart. Smart's got his 6th assist on the night. Wembanyama up top. Defended by Gobert. Wembanyama no good.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And with his strength, George is not your average swing player. He can get his in the paint.
Fontecchio. The pass to Thomas. Fontecchio. Bull, the pass to Thomas. Sinks the three-pointer. Thomas got 10 points in just the second half.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. Little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
They get it again. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bulls.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot heat.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Clark is checked in for Zubac. Bay comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Ben Simmons in for George. Now here's Simmons. Passes to Bay. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Clark. Gobert trying to get open. And that one's good by Clark. And the Bulls lead by 16. Outside Thomas. And so Chicago takes this one. And by a big margin. They poured it out tonight. Thanks so much, David. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. So long.
Folks, we'd like to thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please drive home safely, and we hope to see you again at the next event.